Okay, good afternoon. We are continuing on with probability, with today's lesson being CO41. I can determine the theoretical probability of an event. So we are going to be learning today and tomorrow, we're going to be learning about theoretical and experimental probabilities and what that means. And we're going to be doing an experiment with this to help us understand what all of these things mean. Okay, so first thing we need to know is what is theoretical probability? Theoretical probability is what should happen. When we are looking at probability, when like the math that we were doing with that last objective, what is the probability of pulling out this letter, whatever? What should happen? So our first experiment we're going to do, looking at what should happen, is flipping a coin. So theoretically, if you flip a coin 50 times, how many times should you get heads? What do you think, Colton?
45.
Why?
Because it's 50-50.
Yeah, there's two possible outcomes for flipping a coin, right? You could get heads, you could get tails. So if you flip it 50 times, half of those times would be heads and half of those times would be tails. So you should get 25 heads. So how many students are in our math class today? We have some people absent, so we're going to do today's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. So we have 23 students in our class today. I'm going to log that in on here because this is going to affect us for tomorrow. If each of you flips a coin 50 times, how many total flips is that going to be? Clara?
1,150.
How did you get that answer, Clara?
I did 23 times 50.
23 times those 50 flips. 1,001, did you say 150?
Yeah.
So 1,150. All right, now, theoretically, how many times should heads be flipped? If we are flipping it 1,150 times, how many of them should be heads? Emily? How did you get 575, Emily? Yeah, same thing we did up here. 50 divided by the 2 gave us the 25. 1,150 divided by the 2, so 575. Do you think that is going to be our answer? Do you think if you flipped a coin 50 times, would you have 25 heads, every single one of us?
No.
Well, why not? Theoretically, that's what should happen. Elliot?
Because you can't control which way it's going.
Because it should happen this way. That's the theoretical, but experimentally, when we actually do it, we might get different answers. Could we get 25 and 25? Could it be equal?
Yes.
It could. But is it always going to be?
No.
Yeah, probably not. So we are going to be doing this experiment in a minute. Let's look at, so you're going to be tally marking. Every time you flip a heads, you're going to put a tally mark. Every time you flip a tails, you're going to do a tally mark. 50 times. So when we do tally marks, remember that 5 goes across diagonally. So you can count by 5s. It's easier to count it and keep track. You can only do 50. This is important that you are keeping accurate counts, that you are really tracking and making sure you only have 50 tally marks at the end. Then you're gonna go down and you're gonna write how many heads you flipped and how many tails you flipped, and you're going to answer the question. The second part that we're going to do, I'm gonna erase this. You need to have all of these numbers logged in. And now let's look at what the bottom part of the page says we have to do. If you are watching this at home, if you have a coin and a dice at home, you're going to be doing this at home, okay? But we're doing it in class. If you don't have a coin and a dice to do it at home, you'll have to do it tomorrow when you return to class. So you can still be doing the same work that the class is doing. So, rolling a dice. Theoretically, if we rolled a dice 120 times, how many times would each number on that six-sided dice be rolled? Clara?
20,
Why 20, Clara?
because 120 divided by 6.
Yeah, it's a six-sided dice. We have six numbers, so we divide that 120 by 6. So we should roll, what should happen, we should roll each number 20 times. Now remember, we have 23 people in our math class today. So we are writing 23 for that. If each of you rolls that dice 120 times, how many rolls is that going to be? Finley?
2,760.
2,000, say it again?
760.
How did you get that answer, Finley?
Multiplied 23 and 120.
Yeah, you multiplied how many students by how many rolls. 23 times 120 is 2,760. That's a lot of rolls. Oh boy. Theoretically, how many times should each number be rolled? AJ?
460 times.
Did you say 460? How did you get that, AJ?
And 2,760 divided by 6.
I'm writing down these numbers for me because every year I have a different number of kids who are in class on this day, so my numbers change in my book. So we have 2,760 rolls happening. Divide that by our six numbers, and we get 460 of each number when we look at our whole class's amount. Okay? So you're going to get a one dice, and you're going to have to roll it 120 times. Again, like we kept track with our coin flips, you need to make your tally marks. Do that crossover so it's easy to keep track. 120 flips or rolls is a lot. And you need to make sure, because if you roll it 125 times, it's going to skew our answer and not be as accurate. So we really want to pay attention to making sure we have 120 tally marks, not 125, not 117. We want 120 tally marks. So make sure you're really paying attention to how many rolls you have. Then we are going to use this information in tomorrow's lesson. So we're going to really use that tomorrow to make sure that we have the correct numbers. Okay. So if you are at home, you're doing your own coin flips and rolls of the dice. So you're doing the math like we are doing. I don't know, we've had so much illness. I don't want to say, well, there's 25 of us in this class, so we're going to use 25 as a number, because I don't know if our friends at home will be back tomorrow, and we want to make sure we have accurate information tomorrow. So we're just going with the 23 of us that are here right now. Rain, we're all going to be here tomorrow, so stay healthy so we can see your results, because we need the results for tomorrow's lesson. So if you are watching at home, do your own flips and rolls, and hopefully you'll be joining us tomorrow so we can do tomorrow's lesson. If you still have questions, make sure you come and ask me. I hope you are well and hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.